नमस्कार. BBNGच्या दीपस्तंभ मालिकेअंतर्गत आपलं पुन्हा एकदा सहर्ष स्वागत. आज आपण भेटणार आहोत अशोका बिल्डकॉनचे डायरेक्टर अँड CEO प्रोजेक्ट्स श्री संजय लोंढे सर यांना. सर नमस्कार. सर, सुरुवातीला मला तुमच्याकडनं हे जाणून घ्यायला आवडेल की आपली फॅमिली बॅकग्राऊंड काय आहे.
माझे वडील स्टेट बँकेत होते आणि वडील, आई आणि म्हणजे आम्ही 3 भावंड. मोठा भाऊ बँक ऑफ महाराष्ट्रामध्ये होता, बहीण मुंबईला बोरिवलीला असते आणि माझं बालपण, सुरुवातीचं बालपण नाशिकला गेलं, पण नंतर मग 5वी नंतर वडिलांच्या ट्रान्सफर जॉबमुळे आम्ही मुंबईला शिफ्ट झालो. आणि मग तिकडेच शाळा, शिक्षण, मग कॉलेज, मग सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग झाल्यानंतर मग तिकडेच एका प्रतिष्ठित कंपनी टाटा कन्सल्टिंग इंजिनियर्समध्ये जॉब लागला. आता तशी ती मोठी कंपनी होती आणि तिथे 4 वर्ष अतिशय उत्कृष्ट चाललं होतं. पण काही गोष्टी, इनफॅक्ट 3 वर्ष, काही गोष्टी घडायला, काही म्हणजे व्हायला काही अशी कधी गोष्ट कारणीभूत होती. तसं अचानक माझ्या वडिलांचा मृत्यू झाला काही अल्पशा आजारानंतर. त्यानंतर आमचं वडील स्टेट बँकेत होते, आम्ही तिथे एका बँकेच्या क्वार्टर्समध्ये राहत होतो. तर नॅचरली आई म्हणाली की आता मला मुंबईत नाही राहायचं, आपलं घर इथे असं मोठं नाही, कुठलं इथे मोठं घर नाही, तर मला नाशिकला शिफ्ट व्हायचं. नाशिकला आमचा आधीपासून बंगला होता भावानगरमध्ये, मुंबई नाक्याजवळ. तर मग आम्ही ठरवलं की शिफ्ट व्हायचं. आता मोठ्या भावाचा बँकेमध्ये होता, सहजासहजी शिफ्ट होणं शक्य नव्हतं. मग सगळं सुई माझ्याकडे येऊन थांबली आणि मग मी तो निर्णय घेतला. तो कठीण निर्णय होता की मुंबई सोडायची आणि नाशिकला यायचं. तर 89 साली मी नाशिकला आलो. आता त्याचे पुढचे बरेच गमतीशीर किस्से आहेत, ते सांगतोच. पण आता हा इथे काय घडलं की आता नाशिकला आल्यावर हे कुठे करायचं, नोकरी कुठली, कारण तुमच्या मागे विरोध लागलेलं. तुम्ही टाटा कन्सल्टिंग म्हणजे त्यात मी डिझाईनला जरा हे होतो, नॅचरली थोडंसं सत्व वाढलेलं होतं किंवा नाही बाबा आपल्याला मोठ्या जॉब मिळाले. मग लवकरच लक्ष आलं की नाशिकमध्ये तेव्हा, म्हणजे साधारण मी ही गोष्ट सांगतोय की 88-89 किंवा 89, असं काही तिथे एवढं हे नव्हतं की मोठी कंपनी कुठली वगैरे वगैरे. मग माझ्या भावाच्या एका मित्राने सांगितलं, अरे एक अशोका ग्रुप म्हणून कंपनी आहे. आता तुम्ही हसू नका, पण मी सहज तरी सांगतो की ते सिमेंट चोरत नाही म्हणे. तर ते असं गमतीशीर प्रकरण झालं. मलाही तेव्हा ना खरं सांगायचं तर छान वाटलं, कारण तेव्हा ना रोज असे ते रकाने भरून यायचे. म्हणजे त्याच्या आधी बॅरिस्टर अंतुलेंच्या काळात ते सिमेंटचा काळाबार झालेला, नंतर अजून काहीतरी झालेलं. अरे वा, या काळात सुद्धा सिमेंट न हे करणारे, हेराफेरी न करणारे, आपण चला या कंपनीत जाऊया. सुदैवाने ते काय इंटरव्ह्यू वगैरे झाला आणि मग मी शिफ्ट झालो. म्हणजे त्या मी सिलेक्ट केल्यानंतर मग इकडे मी शिफ्ट झालो आणि काम सुरू केलं. तेव्हा मी असं समजा मी साईट इंजिनियर म्हणून ते सिलेक्ट झालो. म्हणजे थोडं इनिशियली साईटवर जायचं, साईटवरची माहिती घ्यायची आणि मी ते त्या पद्धतीने काही काम करायचं त्याशी रिलेटेड. पण ते असं काम खूप मजेदार होत नव्हतं. म्हणजे काय ते आपण साईटवर जायचं आणि बरेचसे साईटची तशी नॉलेज आधी ती टाटा कन्सल्टिंगमध्ये असताना प्रॅक्टिकल नॉलेज तसं खूप कमी होतं. मग त्यामुळे इथे असं पहिले 2-3 महिने अशी खूप मजा येत नव्हती. पण मग आम्हाला आमच्याकडे ना एक डिझाईन आणि एक्झिक्युशन असा बाटलीबाई कंपनीचा जॉब आला. आणि तो जॉब डिझाईन आमची कंपनीची मंडळी तयार नव्हती. म्हटलं मी आहे ना, म्हटलं माझा तो हे म्हणजे मेन फोर्टे आहे, तर म्हटलं का नाही करायचा. मग अशा रीतीने तो बाटलीबाईचा म्हणजे मी होता MSCBचा जॉब. तर त्या MSC जॉबमध्ये तो आम्ही एक जॉब घेतला आणि मग पुढचा आमची असं म्हणू जर्नी म्हणूया किंवा आयुष्य पुढे सुरू झालं. त्याच्यात आता बऱ्याच गोष्टी घडत गेल्या, पण टू कट इट शॉर्ट की टर्निंग पॉईंट वॉज असं म्हणू नये, पण आपल्या वडिलांच्या डेथमुळे थोडासा जमिनीवर आलो की जग आहे. त्याच्या आधी थोडंसं मस्तीत होतो, तारुण्याची मस्ती, म्हणजे आरामात काम करायचं सगळं. आणि त्यातही ती टाटा कन्सल्टिंग मला शनिवारावर सुट्टी असायची, मग आम्ही मित्र इकडे तिकडे जायचो, काही करायचो. असं काही नव्हतं. वडील गेल्यानंतर आटे दाल का भाव मालूम पडायला सुरुवात झाली. आणि मग नाशिकला आलो. नाशिकला तरच म्हटलं की इथे नॅचरली तेव्हा तिथला पगारात फरक होता वगैरे वगैरे. सुरुवातीला आणि काही आधीच्या कंपनीची सवय, तर त्या कंपनीच्या सवयीमध्ये इथे हेच नाही तिथे तेच नाही अशा गोष्टी घडत होत्या. असंच एकदा काम करत होतो, आमचे चेअरमन अशोक कठारिया, तर ते म्हणाले की काय करतोय संजय? म्हटलं सर असं आहे तसं आहे. ये बरं जरा म्हणे केबिनमध्ये ये. म्हणे, काय चाललंय? म्हटलं असं आहे तसं आहे. गप्पा झाल्या. म्हणे तू काय बोलत होता म्हणे की या कंपनीत हे नाही, आमच्या कंपनीत ते नाही, माझ्या आधीच्या कंपनीत असं होतं तसं होतं. काय होतं रे तिथे? म्हटलं सर असं असं होतं, पण एवढं त्याचं काही मला हे म्हणायचं नव्हतं. तर घाबरलोच मी. असं एकदम सरळ त्यांनी विचारलं. नाही म्हणे तुझं म्हणणं काय मग असं तसं आपल्या कंपनीला करायचं आहे का, की असे असावं तसं? नाही म्हटलं तसं नाही एक्झॅक्टली म्हणायचं. मग त्यांनी मला एक मंत्र दिला जो आजही माझ्या लक्षात आहे, आणि मी तो जिथे शक्य तो मंत्र सांगतो. सोपा म्हणजे वाक्य की म्हणे वर्तमानात जगायला शिक. स्टार्ट लिव्हिंग इन द प्रेझेंट टेन्स. तुझं फ्युचर काय होतं हा एक भूतकाळातला भाग झालेला आहे. त्याची सांगड आजच्या जीवनावर का आणतो? त्याच्यातले चांगले भाग घे. त्यातली जी गोष्ट ज्या भौतिक होत्या त्या भौतिक गोष्टींचा तुझ्या आजच्या जीवनावर का परिणाम करतो? तर आज आपली कंपनी डेव्हलप होते किंवा चालू आहे, आपण मेहनत करतोय, तूही मेहनत करतोय, त्याच्यावर त्याचा का पगडा येतोय? तर पहिलं हे बघ की नाऊ यू आर नॉट अ टाटा मेंबर, यू आर अशोका मेंबर. तर मग ट्राय टू बी अशोकाईट.
ओके, ग्रेट.
त्या दिवसापासून आजपर्यंत अशोकाईटच आहे.
दॅट्स ग्रेट. सर आत्ताच तुम्ही सांगितलं की फॅमिली बॅकग्राऊंड ह्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही तुमचं स्वतःचं स्वकीयाचं पण आणि अशोका ही पण जी आपली फॅमिली आहे त्याच्याबद्दल पण बोललात आणि फॅमिली बॅकग्राऊंडबद्दल पूर्ण माहिती दिली. तर त्या फॅमिलीमधनं आपण या फॅमिलीत आलेलो आहे अशोकाच्या. तर अशोकाच्या फॅमिलीमध्ये आल्यापासून ते आत्ताच्या या करंट स्टेटसपर्यंत हे जे तुमचे विविध माइलस्टोन होते तर त्याच्याबद्दल आम्हाला थोडं सांगितलं तर बरं पडेल.
जशी मी फॅमिली बॅकग्राऊंड बोलताना मी सांगताना असं म्हणतो की वडील बँकेत होते, आपण लोअर मिडल क्लास म्हणून त्याला असं आमचं एक फॅमिलीचं होतं. इथे आलो तसंच त्या पद्धतीनेच आयुष्य पुढे सरकत होतं. मग निर्णय प्रोजेक्ट मिळत गेले. मग आम्ही इंडस्ट्रीयल प्रोजेक्ट नीलकमल प्लॅस्टिक वॉज अनदर आमच्या कंपनीमध्ये मानाचा तुरा. म्हणजे आम्ही तेव्हा आधी जेव्हा मी जॉईन झालो तेव्हा साधारण 1 कोटीचा बिझनेस होता किंवा 70-80 लाखाचा, म्हणजे 1 कोटी म्हणतो त्याला. आणि कंपनी त्यापेक्षा जेव्हा मी जॉईन झालो त्याच्यानंतर तो काही गोष्टी वाढायला लागला. मग चांगल्या घटना आल्यानंतर एक असाच नीलकमल प्लॅस्टिकचा प्रोजेक्ट बऱ्यापैकी मेहनत करून आम्हाला मिळाला. मग आता त्याच्यात काय झालं होतं का, मी इथे नमूद करतो, मी माइलस्टोन म्हटल्यावर मला हलवलं थोडंसं, म्हणून मी तुम्हाला माइलस्टोनविषयीच हे घेतो की तो प्रोजेक्ट कंपनीच्या दृष्टीने सुद्धा एक चेंजिंग द गार्ड हे झालं. कारण आधी जे मी आता म्हणत होतो ना, आम्ही असे खूप प्रोजेक्ट करावे किंवा खूप असं काही नाही, एक छोटे छोटे प्रोजेक्ट करावे, काही डेव्हलपमेंटचे बिल्डरशिपचे प्रोजेक्ट करावे अशी कंपनीचं थोडंसं, आणि काही प्रायव्हेट प्रोजेक्ट करावे. पण हा प्रोजेक्ट आला आणि तिथे त्यांनी आम्हाला पहिल्यांदा सपशेल सांगितलं की तुम्हाला काय एवढा मोठा अनुभव नाही कंपनीचा तुमच्या, मी तुम्हाला नाकारतो. तर ते नाकारल्याचं त्यांना असं मी हे नाही केलं की आपल्याला का नाकारते, तो असंच आहे. नाही म्हटलं चला मी येतो आणि मी तुम्हाला बाटलीबाई कंपनीचं मी थोडंसं मग मेन्शन केलं ना, तसं ते MSCBचं आम्ही इथे काम केलं होतं एकल्याला. म्हटलं तुम्ही ते बघा तर खरी, म्हटलं काय करतो आम्ही, काय करू शकतो. आणि आम्ही जैन इरिगेशनची जगवाला बिल्डिंग मागतो म्हणून आम्ही त्या आर्किटेक्टकडे पोचलो. त्या नीलकमलचे आर्किटेक्ट भोसले म्हणून होते, तर त्यांच्याकडे आम्ही पोचलो. ते म्हणाले की नाही आम्हाला असं करता येणार नाही वगैरे वगैरे, ते आमचे क्लायंट नीलकमलवाले नाही म्हणतात वगैरे वगैरे. मग मी तेव्हा मला आठवतं मी त्यांना म्हटलं होतं की मला त्यांना भेटायचं आहे. अरे मग तुझं काय, तू कोण आहे बाबा? नाही म्हटलं नाही बघू बघू का चूक नाही काय. बरं आता माझा कॉन्फिडन्स बघून ते नानूबाई भोसले म्हणून ते आर्किटेक्ट म्हणाले चला तुम्हाला तिथे घेऊन जातो. अंधेरीला त्यांनी नीलकमल प्लॅस्टिकमध्ये नेलं. तिथे एक शरदभाई पारेख आणि वामनभाई पारेख असे 2 व्यक्ती बसल्या होत्या. म्हणजे नाही मला आम्हाला बिल्डिंग फॅक्टरी बांधायची सिंधूला, तर आम्हाला चांगलेच कोणतरी लागेल वगैरे वगैरे. म्हटलं तुम्हाला मी गॅरंटी देतो. म्हटलं मी टाटामधनं आलेलो आहे आणि आय कॅन स्टँड दॅट की काय कशी करू शकते आणि किती दिवसात होऊ शकते. म्हणजे थोडासा असं समजा मी एक थोडासा जास्ती कॉन्फिडन्स दाखवला. बरं मग आधी ते टेंडरच देत नव्हते. मग इथपर्यंत त्यांनी सांगितलं आमच्या भेटीनंतर की तुम्हाला जा की तुम्ही बिल भरू शकता. तुम्ही त्यांना सांगितलं बिल वेळ संपला असला तरी त्यांना द्या, त्यांना सांगा 3 दिवसात करा, भरू शकता का. मी तेव्हाही त्यांना म्हटलं मी करतो, आम्ही करतो. आता मी म्हणजे हे लक्षात ठेवा, इथे बऱ्याच वेळा आपल्या बोलण्यामध्ये माझ्या मी येतं तेव्हा मी नेहमीच हे सांगतो की मी अशोका बिल्डकॉनचा एक रिप्रेझेंटेटिव्ह म्हणून आहे असं समजा.
येस.
किंवा त्यात काही वेळा मी नसेल किंवा कोणी दुसरे कोणी असेल, पण तेव्हा कॉन्फिडन्स आपला हा जो आहे की करू शकण्याचा आपला स्वतःचा जो कॉन्फिडन्स होता तो त्या क्षणी जाणवत होता त्यांना, म्हणून त्यांनी आम्हाला बीड भरायला दिलं. आणि त्यांच्या सरप्राईजिंग त्यांना वाटत मी एवढं मोठं बीड भरू शकणार नाही. आम्ही ते टेंडर भरलं. 1.5 ते 2 दिवसात ते टेंडर भरलं. आधी दिवस रात्र बसून तो टेंडर भरलं. आणि ते काय असेल ते नंबर आले असतील आणि 3-4 अजून कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर होते. काही मुंबईचे होते वगैरे वगैरे. पण त्यांनी परत आता आधी त्यांच्या मनात होतंच, त्यांनी बाजूला ठेवलं. मग त्या भोसलेंकडे मी परत गेलो. का बरं बाजूला ठेवलं आमचं टेंडर? नाही म्हणे त्यांना अजूनही असं वाटत नाहीये. म्हटलं तुम्ही उघडा आणि मी तुम्हाला प्रेझेंटेशन देतो. आम्ही त्यांना मग तो प्रोजेक्ट कसा करेल त्याचं पूर्ण प्रेझेंटेशन दिलं. मी थोडक्यात सांगतो की प्रोजेक्टच्या शेवटचे आयटम सुद्धा आम्ही कसे करणार आणि किती महिन्या प्रत्येक करणार आणि तिथला क्रिटिकल आयटम काय आहे हे त्यांच्या लक्षात नव्हतं आलेलं. तो आम्ही त्यांना लक्षात नव्हतं की हा सर्वात मोठा हवे. त्याच्या हाईटला असा गटर बीम कास्ट करायचा होता. तो सपोर्टिंग फुटर ट्रसेस होता. तर तो क्रिटिकल आहे आणि त्याच्यासाठी अशीच शटरिंग करावं लागेल, असंच करावं लागेल आणि ह्याची आमची आजच तयारी आहे. हे जेव्हा सांगितल्यानंतर पूर्णपणे फरक पडला त्यांच्या बोलण्यामध्ये किंवा त्या क्लायंटच्या बोलण्यामध्ये. आणि मग त्यांनी अक्षरशः शेवटी वोटिंग घेतलं की द्यायला पाहिजे का. आणि मग आर्किटेक्टने नानू बोलताना सांगितलं नाही मला ही यंग मुलं मी आमचे चेअरमनचं आणि यांना मला पटतंय आणि त्यांनी हे माझ्या लक्षात नाही आलेल्या गोष्टी त्यांनी लक्षात आणून दिली. तर बहुतेक यांना त्यांनी डीप स्टडी केला आहे आणि तो प्रोजेक्ट आम्हाला मिळाला. त्याच्यानंतर आम्ही इतके इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोजेक्ट केले. मग नॉट ओनली नाशिक डिव्हिजन, आमची पुणा डिव्हिजन होती, त्यांनी सुद्धा बरेच इंडस्ट्री म्हणजे मल्टीनॅशनलचे तुम्हाला म्हणजे नॅशनल म्हणजे असे जवळजवळ म्हणजे 60-70 क्लायंटचे आम्ही निर्णय प्रोजेक्ट केले. म्हणजे फार्मास्युटिकल, लगेज इंडस्ट्री, जसं मग आम्ही निलकवल बांधली. निलकवलच्या सगळ्यात बऱ्याच 5-6 फॅक्टरी बांधल्या. सॅमसोनेट बांधली. नंतर मग इथे नाशिकमध्ये महिंद्रा बांधली. क्रॉम्प्टन ग्रीव्स झाली. मग फार्मास्युटिकलमध्ये गोव्यामध्ये 2 फॅक्टरी, बड्डीला हिमाचलमध्ये बांधली. अशा करत करत अशा बऱ्याच फॅक्टरी म्हणजे तुम्ही आय कॅन कीप ऑन टेलिंग अबाउट सो मेनी फॅक्टरीज. तर असं करत करत कंपनीचा प्रवास, इंडस्ट्रियल प्रवास हा चालू होता. मग मी इथे नाशिकला होतो. नाशिकला मग सिन्नरचं झालं, हे झालं. नंतर ती VIP मोठी फॅक्टरी आम्ही सातवा म्हणजे मालेगाव MIDCतलं मला आठवतं ते VIP आम्ही 92 साली चालू केली का 93 का 93ला. तर तिथे पूर्णपणे अशी काळी माती होती आणि त्या मातीत अक्षरशः अख्खे पाय बुडत होते. आणि दॅट वॉज द फर्स्ट कंपनी विच कम इन द मालेगाव इंडस्ट्री. तर ती इट वॉज अ फर्स्ट फॅक्टरी. आणि तिथे आम्ही त्याचं फॅक्टरी कन्स्ट्रक्शन चालू करताना वी वर द फर्स्ट टू लँड देअर इन द मालेगाव, सिन्नर मालेगाव. आधी तिकडे दुसऱ्या सिन्नर निलकवून दुसऱ्या MIDCवर बांधली होती. तर तिथे ती VIP बांधली. मग बुरकोणा बाजूला बुरबॉन्ड, जिंदाल, वाडेलाल, फन्स अँड पेटल आणि अशा मग पिल्सबरी, गोदरेज पिल्सबरी, अशा तमाम त्या मालेगाव इंडस्ट्रीवर आम्ही फॅक्टरी कन्स्ट्रक्ट करत गेलो. मग हे चालू असताना आमचं एक डिव्हिजन सिल्वासाला काम करत होते. सिल्वासाला निलकवल पॅसेजची कामं केली. मग तिथे पार्लेचं काम मिळालं होतं आम्हाला, ते चालू झालं होतं. आणि मग हिंदाल्कोचं एक सिल्वासाला खानवेलच्या जवळ तिथे आहे. तिथे हिंदाल्कोचा मोठा प्रकल्प आला आणि त्याचा पहिला फॅक्टरीचा प्रकल्प आम्हाला मिळाला हिंदाल्कोला. मग तरी मी इथे खूप बिझी असल्यामुळे तिथे लक्ष देणं जमत नव्हतं. मग आमचे बाकीचे जण बघत होते. पण अजून एक त्यांचा प्रोजेक्ट आला तिथे. मग तेव्हा असं ठरलं की मी त्या नाशिकचं कमी काम करून तिकडे शिफ्ट व्हावं. मग त्यावेळी मग मी हिंदाल्कोला तिकडे सिल्वासाला शिफ्ट झालो. म्हणजे साधारण 98ची गोष्ट असेल. मग 98-2000 तिथे इतकं त्या रमून गेलं कारण तिथे कामं येत गेली. म्हणजे सो मेनी वर्क्स वी वर डुईंग इन दॅट हिंदाल्को अँड वॉट एव्हर वर्क कम वी यूज टू डू अँड इट वॉज they were also happy, client were very happy, we were happy because we are delivering what they wanted, and so therefore they were coming with the new things also. And no time, they used to think this will happen in 6 months, we used to give it in 4 months. That used to be the trend, and अजूनही तो ट्रेंड आमचा कंटिन्यूड आहे. तर त्याच्या ह्याच्यात मग ते असा तो जीवन चालू होता. आता आपण परत मायस्टर्नकडे येतो म्हणून म्हटलं की आम्ही फॅक्टरीपासून याच्यामध्ये गेलो. इन द मीन टाईममध्ये आमची एक नगरला आम्ही एक वर्टिकल चालू केलं होतं. तिथलं काही फॅक्टरी कन्स्ट्रक्शन करताना तर तिथे एक डिव्हिजनमध्ये त्यांनी आम्हाला एक धुळ्याला रोडचा प्रोजेक्ट मिळाला आणि तो प्रोजेक्ट होता BOT तत्वावर. म्हणजे मी सगळी गोष्ट सांगतो 95-96ची. तर तो BOT तत्वावर म्हणजे स्वतःच पैसे टाका, बांधा आणि फी कलेक्ट करा आणि हस्तांतर. सो BOT बिल्ड, ऑपरेट अँड ट्रान्सफर. सो वी आर टू सपोज टू पुट युअर मनी, you are to supposed to construct and you are supposed to transfer back by first collect your investment by in the virtue of toll fee वगैरे. धुळे बायपासचा हा प्रोजेक्ट होता. तर तो प्रोजेक्ट आम्ही आता तिकडे सिल्वासाला हे झालेलो होतो आणि हा प्रोजेक्ट आम्ही जरा हे होतं आमचे चेअरमन काय करतायत की कशाला त्या ह्याच्यात जात आहेत BOT कारण कन्सेप्टच नवीन होती अँड बट लेट मी टेल यू एक कन्सेप्ट ही जरी नवीन असली तरी इफ यू हॅव गॉट हार्ट ऑफ अ कन्स्ट्रक्शन तर व्हॉट मेड हिम टू थिंक दॅट वॉज दॅट येस इट कॅन बी डन. What is there not missing is the cash finance flow. Baki, we are strong in execution, so why it cannot be done? So that made the thing he said, and frankly speaking, in between, मध्ये since so many कामं केल्यानंतर मला कंपनीने एक्झिक्युटिव्ह डायरेक्टरचा पोस्ट दिली होती, but that was not my turning point. But just to adding to that. पण आता आम्ही याचा एक्झिक्युटिव्ह डायरेक्टर म्हणून डायरेक्टर बोर्ड मीटिंग आम्ही डिस्कस करतो सर कुठे जाताय तुम्ही वगैरे वगैरे. बट द बॉस डिसाइडेड नो इफ यू आर नॉट डुईंग आय एम गेटिंग इट फ्रॉम समबडी एल्स. सो त्यांनी नगर डिव्हिजनचं त्यांना ते काम दिलं आणि अतिशय जो 18 महिन्याचा प्रोजेक्ट होता 9 महिन्यात कम्प्लीट केला. इनफॅक्ट सॉरी मी होते चुकी सांगितलं 18 महिन्यामध्ये 7 महिन्यात कम्प्लीट केला. आणि तेवढी लवकर फी कलेक्ट करायला सुरुवात झाली. सो अगेन अ टर्न सो कंपनी डायव्हर्टेड इन टू अ BOT प्रोजेक्ट. मग काही आम्ही ब्रिजेस प्रोजेक्ट केले. एक नाशिकला 91 साली आम्ही वी कन्स्ट्रक्टेड वन ब्रिज सिंगल स्पॅन ऑफ ब्रिज 50 मीटरचा म्हणजे डिसेंबर 91 जस्ट 50 मीटर सिंगल स्पॅन. But so that bridge, our bridge division had started with respect to that. But coming back to my original story about my milestones, what made me. So I was doing very well in Silvassa and I was very happy. And I used to come Saturday, Sunday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Nasik and used to do these other factory jobs like Mahindra's and Onida, Bagre. We won a project in, sorry, I just lost one point. In between, we got one more project. Westerly bypass of Pune. That is a Pune outer ring road. Not outer ring, Pune bypass. That is just after the expressway. That Pune bypass was there, and that was a big project. Then it's almost of 110 crores or 105 crores project. Which we won. We had some JV partner, and on his credential we got this project. Okay. But we told them, "Bhai, तुम तुम्हारा commission ले लो. We will do the work." And therefore, we started doing. It was not a BOT; it was an item rate contract from then National Highway Company, and that was the start of the first project for the National Highway, which we did. So people were busy doing that, and I was doing as usual. I am not interested. I am a road. I don't understand. I understand only the factory, and was very happy. In between, another thing change came is that one project we won in Chennai. That was East Coast Road. That was from Chennai to Mahabalipuram to Pondicherry. That's the East Coast Road, 114 kilometer road. And that project we won. Somehow, since I was looking after the tender division, I was a part of it. So now this project has been won. What to do? So initially, it was so decided our Pune division, they will do this job and not an issue again. But the Pune people told, sir, we are busy in this westerly bypass. So I cannot go. So the director there, he said, "Sir, this is very it's a crucial stage. This project I cannot go at least next 6 months and kind of thing." And then the boss told me, "Okay, Sanjay, why don't you march all the way from Silvassa to road?" And let me tell you, road I never used to understand anything of it, and nor I was interested. I was a dumb fellow, and I said no. I cannot do. I am very happy here. He said, go for at least 2 months, do the mobilization, come back. See, this is still the, and he was meaning what he wanted to say. He is, till then some arrangement will be done, but start at least the mobilization. Right now, nobody is there to take care of that. So you take, I will give you some staff and all that. You start the mobilization. Okay, fine. So that is my turning point. From factory construction, I came on the road. And fortunately or unfortunately, I am still on the road. Then this project, which I went as just for a mobilization person, I continued on that project. That project was supposed to be built in, if I remember correctly, in 12 months and 114 kilometers. We constructed in 10 months. We got the bonus of 2 months. So that was another thing. If you give a try, you have to take efforts and complete the project early, it gives you get reward also. And that is, I can tell you, that is still role model project, a first role model project of India. Because that was a project where not only construction was talked about, road construction, where road aesthetics, road decoration, road exterior, not interior, road exterior was talked about, like signboards, then studs, and many things, delineators, and it turned out to be a role model project for many government organizations of India. So everybody used to come to our site to visit here, what you have done this and why this has been done and kind of thing. I still remember.
Yes.
And that road gave me a lot of fame. I can share one example of that project because that is a turning point, and therefore I was just at that time in Chennai, I can tell you there are only 3 seasons: hot, hotter, hottest. So still it is true. Even then, I was doing this project. I did in 2000, I think 99 2000. So still it is true. Okay, it's very hot there. So at that time there was some drought there, and one day the collector told, "Okay, I'm stopping all the construction water." So natural phenomena is what, sir, this is the agas. How can this happen? We no water for construction. How can we do the work? And our standard thing is that go and cry in front of our client. Yeah. So I went to my client, who used to be TNRDC, Tamil Nadu Road Development Corporation, and Mr. Modi was there. He was CEO of that company. Yes. And I went in, sir, no water, what to do? He said, nothing doing water, you are supposed to bring. If you cannot bring, it's your destiny. I cannot help you. If you now you're not getting water, get desalination plant from the sea and get the water from the sea. Okay. Get it from London, I don't care. It's your problem. There is nothing I can help you there. You go and get the water. How? So that's a big problem. Fine. Then we decided to have some bore at our camp. We did bore. Some good fortune came. Yes, the bore was successful. Initially, it was not successful. After this, it was getting successful. And then, little bit water we started, some water we started getting. And to your surprise, I can tell you, when our intentions are fair, and वो कहते हैं ना कि कोई प्रॉब्लम ऐसा हो जाता है और आप उसके आपके एफर्ट्स है, तो पूरी कायनात आपको मदद करने को तैयार हो जाती है. So God also came with the rains in the month of May. I remember that was yes. Chennai was also surprising because generally they get rains in June, July, little bit rains, and scanty rains in the main rains in the January, February. And May there were rains because of some storm and kind of thing, and that changed. And then there was a heavy rains were there, and that helped us. And we could do that project. I mean, there was no then this question is of water getting from London or desalination. And let me tell you, I really thought that some lake was there, but it was salty lake. We had really thought about putting some desalination plant then, a small plant to take the lake water. But then those authorities had denied, we cannot take from lake water. So so many things came. But kuch na kuch efforts the right direction with isliye things went well. And that project turned out to be an excellent. It turned out to be so excellent because after that project completion, we were to do 5 years maintenance also. That it was a parcel of that project, construction, 5 years maintenance. And you might be remembering, in 2003 India had tsunami. Yeah. So the sea water came, and our road, as it is stand the East Coast Road, whole water came across, sea water went over the road, went into all the Chennai city and all there everywhere. I can tell you with pride also. This tsunami came. I was at Nasik. It was in December last week. I do Guru Chaitya Parayana, so luckily I was in Nasik at that time. I was in Chennai. So, but the news came, and I couldn't find my team also. The maintenance team couldn't get any call and all that. So I was really worried what happened to the road, because everyone was telling you which sea water is flowing everywhere and all those things. The same day evening or night, the water receded. Next day, my personal teammate call came, and he said, "Sir, what happened?" I said, "What's the status of the road? I mean, are you safe first of all? And then are you?" Sir, road, whatever I could see, it is okay. Well, how much you are saying? I said 30 odd kilometers. Yes. Well, go full visit 114 kilometers, because I had heard that there was one nuclear power plant on the road. Yes. And it's all roads were apart. Yes. So naturally, we were worried about our road. Can you imagine? Normanand, 113 kilometers fully intact.
क्या बात है?
Fully intact. Even today I cannot do this miracle, but that day it had happened. It's, of course, I said God's grace,
God's
everything is
grace,
there.
miracle.
But this road was, when I constructed, I had constructed on some sand and murum,
Okay.
hard murum, yellow, red murum. It helped to drain the water faster.
Acha.
And therefore it went also faster from other side also, and it came out also very fast. In the receding came very fast.
Acha.
And no damage to the road.
Great.
Other, if there would have been any damage, and if the insurance claim would not survive, we would have lost. I mean, the whole company would have been shaken.
Yeah.
But anyway, no damage, not a single pothole. I'm very proud with my team. What they work, they did excellent work was done. And that road still is very running. Now it was 2 lane I constructed. Now it is 4 lane.
Acha.
It's a fantastic. Still, it's doing great, that East Coast road.
So
But
that
this
was
is
one milestone.
why I'm telling in the US, if you put your efforts in right direction, and do the right work, right quality of work, right quality of resources, things will last longer and it will help you some other time. In between, I did not mention this one story, though I didn't construct it, but I was a part of the monitoring team. One bridge, generally a bridge, say of 100 meters, should take 2 years for construction. Even we were given an awarded time of 2 years. I always keep on asking people, how much time you must have constructed. So people talk about, it is not right time, but can you imagine we could do in 38 days.
Great, yeah, that was also one of the biggest
Yes,
achievements you had achieved.
It has its place in Deepstambh Book of World Record.
Yes, definitely.
We couldn't beat the Guinness Book of World Record because Army have created better result than this. So that's, otherwise we would have defined the Guinness Book of World Record. Forget about it, but in 38 days, that changed the whole construction phenomenon everywhere. Bridges can be done not in years, it can be done in months or days.
Rather days.
This was something, a new thing to the construction industry.
Yeah, definitely.
And then people, yes, this can be thought of, this model kind of that. And bridges can be done. And now biggest of big bridges also are done in 2 years, and kind of things are happening. Yeah, that's how things are doing. And Ashoka has done a lot of things for the construction industry.
सर, जसं तुम्ही आत्ता सांगितलं तसं की एखादा बिझनेसमॅन आहे किंवा एक एंटरप्रेन्योर आहे आणि त्याला जर आपला बिझनेस ग्रो करायचा आहे किंवा त्याला अजून मोठं व्हायचं आहे, तर त्यांनी अशा काय काय गोष्टी बघितल्या पाहिजेत किंवा व्हॉट शुड बी हिज स्टेपिंग स्टोन. तर या बाबतीत थोडंसं तुम्ही जर इलॅबोरेट केलं तर बरं पडेल.
हे बघ ब्रह्मांड, की एंटरप्रेन्योर when he decides to be he would to start a business, what he first think that why he want to be an entrepreneur. It's not because he doesn't have any other opportunity and he wants to be business. So he has got certain strength. So first strength, like we always say SWOT analysis, but in that first comes that strength. So he should know his strength. What is his strength? Apart from knowing weaknesses, if he concentrates upon his strength, where he's good at.
Yes.
Like I was just mentioning some time back, I knew that I could understand the project in depth. So whatever product he is into, or whatever work he is into, or whatever project he is into, he should pierce through the project. He has to understand the total intricacy of the full process. He has to, as if he has to pass through that process whole.
Yes.
Assuming himself he is everywhere.
Okay.
So that will make it, because that is his strength, because therefore he is in the business. Apart from not only body, but he has to understand what is his process of business. Yes. If he decides to say, no, I will not do process, I will just go and do, that sometimes might be successful. Not that it will be successful, but it will be sometimes. But if you are talking about the success, if you have to still understand the success, one has to, because I can tell you with so many stories of our company or our organization, or let's say our top management, we decided to go not just this is a project and let's go for this project. First, we used to understand what is the intricacy, what are the risks. When I talk about risk, it's not negative, but what are the things which will deter my target, or where I can be a failure. It's not again fear of failure. It's only my project can fail, I can fail. So try to understand much in advance what could be my deterrents, what could be my issues where I will be away from my targets. So first understand the process. Or that understanding of process is very important. And once you know that, yes, I can meet the target, I can do that, and I have got that strength. Of course, you may not have the resource in the day one, but I can organize the resources. So yes, if that is true, then I can decide, okay, I can be part of this project, and I can go to my clients and I can say that I can do this confidently. But as I mentioned, when I mentioning that you have to go through the whole process, you need to understand what I'm going to do. Second, in how much time I'm going to do, what will be the resources. So my full plan. And important, one should not forget is he has to draw the S curve. And what is the S curve? Means how much work he is going to do, or it is so called cash flow planning. But that should be ready before he decides to go for a project, because it adds the cost. If you forget to consider, you might be losing on much on the finance cost also. So S curve, how much work we are going to do per month, and for that work, do that work kind of work, that activity, what are kind of the resources I will be required. So I should be ready, and I can't say mota moti we should ready. Fine tuning you can do later on after you're getting the job.
Okay.
Must be ready. In your mind, you should be confident. I can do that, and then you can convince the client. If it is private client, if it is a private client, of course you have to quote competitively. But since you know the whole process what you are going to do, so you can work out the almost all cost in detail,
Okay.
in advance, and you can just, if it's public client, you can definitely quote competitively, and you can be the winner. In private client, by your confidence and by your study, in-depth study, which is your own strength, origin strength, the client will immediately understand. And if they can see also you have done the cash flow planning also, so which is also vital for him. And that too, you are trying to tell that, okay, you are giving me X month, I'm going to do, not that I'm going to do 0.75X. So he's more happy to be part of you with you. Yes, my job, my product, whatever the project you are going to build, he will be the one person who will do the most, he will do the most justice, he is the person. So they will definitely love you to be there on the board. This is what I would say.
Gotcha.
So you should concentrate on your strength. Don't say consider weakness as your not making you more worried कि fail हो गया तो क्या होगा. Think what you can do. Try to mitigate the various risks in advance, which will take care of you. You'll see that you can do it. An entrepreneur can definitely do. He keeps his eyes straight focused.
Yeah.
But he has to understand the process. And if there is a problem, what could be the solutions? And we generally try to give the solution. Let's say you have got some problem in your building construction. You will try to work out the solution with respect to what the processes are being done.
Traditional way.
Maybe traditional way or somewhat different. But go out of box.
Okay.
Think about differently. And you can come with the best solution since you are involved in the procedures. I said the strength is that. So you will come with the solution. And then once you say that, people will say, it's possible. So all these consultants are all there. They ड्रम जैसे हैं, दोनों तरफ से ड्रम बजाते हैं. तो नहीं मैं उनको ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ, अंडरवैल्यू नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज उनका स्टेक नहीं लगा है, बट तुम्हारा स्टेक है. You put yourself stakes into it. So your life is that. So but therefore you need to think. हम out of box thinking must be done, and then there will solution will come, like this bridge solution. In fact, when we construct this bridge, there was one more bridge parallel to this. That was new bridge was to construct. This was an incomplete 325 meter we did. Another 1.25 km new bridge construction was to be done.
Okay.
In fact, that is the first segmental bridge. I don't know whether what is segmental and all that, but a type of construction which is being followed by all flyovers all around. You see, nobody had tried in 2012 or 11 for the bridge. Ashoka was the first company to find that kind of methodology for using for the bridge construction, the segmental construction. तर ते मी जे एक ब्रिज तर बांधला आम्ही दुसरा ब्रिज तो आम्हाला जसं म्हटलं ना की फर्स्ट टाइम सेगमेंटल टेक्नॉलॉजी ते वापर केला आणि तो वर्ष त्यालाही आम्हाला त्यांनी दिले होते 30 महिने. तर एक दिवशी आमचे चेअरमन आम्हाला म्हणाले, म्हणजे आता बघा मी का म्हणतोय, ते मला की अरे आहे तू 18 महिन्याचं प्लॅनिंग दिलं संजय, मला असं वाटतं की तू 12 महिन्यात करायला पाहिजे. म्हटलं सर मला 30 महिन्याचं काम 18 महिन्यात करतोय, हेच इटसेल्फ इज अन कठीण टास्क आहे. नाही अचिव्हमेंट नाही, हे कठीण टास्क आहे. हे काही ह्याचं नुसतं लॉन्चिंगचं नाही, इट्स अ बिग इश्यू आहे. नाही बघ प्रयत्न कर, मला वाटतं होऊ शकतं तसं. म्हटलं नाही होऊ शकत 18 महिन्याचं, म्हणजे हे मोठ्या कसोशीने आम्ही एवढं काही करून आणलेलं आहे. बरं मग 12 महिन्यात नाही होणार तुझं म्हणणं आहे. म्हटलं नाही. नक्की का? म्हटलं नाही होऊ शकत. बरं म्हणे, मी बघतो, जो हो म्हणू शकेल त्या व्यक्तीकडे बघतो. आता झोंबलो, चांगलंच झोंबलं. काही काय मग नेहमीप्रमाणे आपले नेहमीचे कन्सल्टंट, नेहमीचे सगळे आधी झालेलेच होते की नाही होऊ शकत वगैरे, किंवा अजून कन्सल्ट म्हणा, लोक म्हणा, आमचे सगळे सो कॉल्ड या ब्रिजचे एक्सपर्ट्स म्हणा. पण एक दर्दी मनुष्य असा भेटला कि सर एक कोशिश कर सकते हैं हम लोग कि आप एक तरफ से जा रहे ब्रिज को लॉन्च करते हैं, दूसरी तरफ से भी लॉन्च करो. नॅचरली प्रत्येक अशी आयडिया आली की नाही 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 असं नाही. पण ती आयडिया मला का कोणत्याने पटली. गेलो आमच्या चेअरमन सरांकडे परत, सर करतो. म्हणजे नक्की? हो म्हणलं करतो सर, तुम्हाला मी हा ब्रिज देतो 12 महिन्यात. कसं करणार सर? म्हटलं 11 कोटीचा जास्ती खर्च आहे. बरं मग तुला रिटर्न्स काय मिळणार त्याचे? म्हटलं सर आपला टोल तेवढा लवकर चालू होतो आणि आपल्या साधारण या 6 महिन्यात आपल्याला साधारण 70 कोटी आपल्याला टोलमधनं एक्स्ट्रा कलेक्ट होतील. म्हणजे करायचं ना, आणि फक्त 11 कोटीच तुझे एक्स्ट्रा खर्च होता. सर म्हटलं 11 2-3 कोटी एक्स्ट्रा धरून चालेल, लास्ट मिनिटला काहीतरी होईल. ठीक आहे म्हणे, डन, तुला 15 कोटीचं हे दिलं, पण कर आणि फेल नाही व्हायचं म्हणे. आपण त्यांच्याकडे सर मी 100% प्रयत्न करतो असं आपण नेहमी म्हणतो. पण what I will always say that we'll try to the last, we'll try, attempt fully, we'll full do attempt. But the question should be, entrepreneur should say no. He should not take such kind of commitment, I will try 100%. He says a commitment should be, I will do it. This is what should come to everybody's mind. If I am going to say that I am trying to do something, so don't say I am trying to. I will do it. And he again got it confirmed from me. You're not just going to try, you're going to do it.
Great.
And I just, in the heat of the moment, I said, yes, we'll do it.
Great.
And then started. We had one more launcher now, getting from the other side. And then the other side had some market there down. So how to remove that market? Then the solution came again, then out of box. And we removed that market in the same time and started launching from other end. Can you imagine 2 launchers coming meeting in the center? I thought exactly one side we met. That was a very critical point because it should meet at the same point and it has to be on the same pillar. So 2 type of different technology meeting. But then when it was never tried, nobody thought also. Even today also nobody will think on this. It was tried and tested in 2012.
Okay.
And we completed the bridge in, we were supposed to complete by 31st March. On 10th or 11th March, traffic actually went on it.
Kya baat hai. Wow.
So that was a great, that's an achievement. So you can not only you can do the wonders before the start of the project also, you can think in between also, you can speed up your project when things you feel okay, now things are in order and I can do better. Now this has to be understood by we all. Every project has certain inherent properties of it. If we can able to extract, we can do much more earlier in terms of time, and we can extract some good profits also. It's not that, because once you complete the project early, the profits are definitely, they are going to follow you. The other one saying that it is a part and parcel of that, because a lot of things happen when we complete that early. So that's entrepreneurship thought process one should think about it, apart from his SWOT analysis.
Yeah, definitely. Coming to question almost related to the same thing, की आपण एक्झॅक्टली आता जसं कन्स्ट्रक्शन फील्डमध्ये आहे तसंच आपण बाकी सगळ्यांशी पण कम्पेअर करू शकतो की एखादा आपण प्रोजेक्ट घेणार आहोत तर त्यासाठी अगोदर आपला काय स्टडी पाहिजे आणि तो आपल्याला मिळाल्यानंतर त्याच्या एक्झिक्युशनच्या बाबतीत आपण काय काय गोष्टी बघितल्या पाहिजे, हे जर एक थोडं प्लॅनिंग आम्हाला तुम्ही देऊ शकलात तर बरं पडेल.
See, I think I did mention that you have to select whether which kind of project or which kind of work you would like to take interest.
Yeah.
Once you decide you are going to take interest, try to do a deep diving. Just don't do that somebody else is giving me the drawings or somebody else is giving me the process. Try to understand the process. If you yourself cannot understand, make yourself understand. Okay. But if that is understood, process control is one key factor. So think about before thinking about the project. I didn't mention that if you go that, then if it is private job, you can be more confident on all that. And if it is a public limited job, then by virtue of your cost economics, you could be the winner. Okay. And once you are there on the ground, you are the one who is going to execute the project. Then, this is my standard way of telling it is that you have to follow 6 aims. Perhaps Ramanand might be knowing because I might have told him also, or
Yes, sir.
many people. Uh, you have to conquer upon 6 aims. So aim is to complete a project, but for that aim, 6 aims are required. Now this I'm talking about letter aim. So what are the aims? So naturally, people can tell man. So you are the labor. So you should plan for the labor. So what kind of labor you are going to require? What kind of many the labor are going to be deployed? What kind of strength you have to? So you have to plan those. I cannot say that I will put concrete walla into steel and steel walla into some other. No, and from where those I'm going to get. So labor planning is one. Second plan, then main is the material. So my process require what kind of material. So all this material I have to be planning those materials. So material one, procurement schedule, because there is going to be a consumption of material. So naturally material procurement schedule has to be before that. So you have to have two schedules there: material consumption and material procurement. Third aim, which comes to machinery, because in our construction, machinery is now playing a vital role.
Yes.
And a good new latest technology material machines are coming. So how much machinery I'm going to require, what productivity I'm going to ensure from that machine, how much my requirement, what is my asking rate, that has to be, asking rate comes from the planning, but what kind of machines I'm going to require, so machinery planning. Before that, when I'm trying to say main material machinery, because these are the things people easily tell.
Yeah.
But I will just keep this aside. What comes first? First aim is to what? Management. So, which kind of management I will be requiring to construct a project? So, that management, how it will come? For that, you should, another aim you should know is method. Now, method is what? By which method I am going to do this work? I am going to do this project. So, this is my method. So, you have to, as good as keep the a kind of recipe ready. I would be doing this kind of, by this method I am going to. And then for that requirement, I should have a top management organization. When I say management, is my organization. That kind of organization suiting to that methodology. It cannot happen just that I could put some Goda bell together. No, it will fail. So there has to be proper, when you decide the method, accordingly the organization has to be set up. So as I mentioned, I may mention material, I may mention machinery. I didn't mention about the first start with method, then comes management, then of course main material machinery. Now all this, yes, you are right. All this requires money, and money is one thing which make you happy and which make you cry also. If you don't do a finance planning, cash flow planning, I did start mention about that at the start of the in between that mention the escrow and all those. Yeah. So cash flow planning, one who can do that. If it is advanced, he is kept it ready. So he knows that when he will be going to fall short of the cash. If that is in his mind, and where at that time what kind of different mechanism available for seeing that your cash flow are intact or fund flow is impact, and your work is not subjected to some kind of distress because of money not there. You can take care of this by this 6M. But if you manage this 6M correctly, it cannot be every time. You can change it frequently. It can be time dynamic also. But that is a must, and one should keep on doing that on month-on basis or quarter-on basis, depending on times for the project, which will help to see that you can bring lawless to your home.
Definitely, sir. Well, I can say that this is the very crux of any business that sir has told right now. आपण 6M कडे जास्त फोकस केलं आणि 6M वरती जर आपल्याला कंट्रोल करता आला तर नक्कीच आपण अख्ख्या प्रोजेक्टवरती किंवा अख्ख्या बिझनेसवरती आपण आपला कंट्रोल ठेवू शकतो. सर तुम्ही जसं सांगितलं की 10K प्लस एम्प्लॉईज आहेत आणि हे नुसते तुमचेच एम्प्लॉईज बरोबर बाकीची पण कनेक्टेड लोक असतात. आपण जेव्हा प्रोजेक्ट्स करतो तेव्हा
यात लेबर्स आले नाही,
लेबर्स
खूप जास्त
जे मटेरियल डिपेंडेंट आहेत, जे मटेरियल सप्लायर्स, म्हणजे एन नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु आर डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली इन युअर असोसिएशन. तर असे बरेच वेळा प्रसंग होता की रादर जसं आपण म्हटलं की पॅन्डेमिकमध्ये आलेलं होतं, तर एवढे सगळ्या लोकांची एक फॅमिली जसं तुम्ही म्हटलं, तर ह्याला तुम्ही कसं मॅनेज केलं? सो दॅट इज क्वाईट इंटरेस्टिंग अँड आय वुड रिअली लाईक टू नो अबाउट दॅट.
हो, pandemic, yes. Yes, pandemic, we had real tough time because suddenly everything became to the stall. And that too, we never thought it will come so fast. Initially, we thought, okay, somewhere it is slowing down, then this disease is spreading, We started taking care at our sites. We saw that our all labors are properly fortified. We saw that foods are also being not outside food comes. We started to having foods. Of course, we do have foods our own, but we strengthened our canteen and somehow thought, okay, this will not hit us badly, and we will still continue our concern because it's not only the labors, it's our team and everything, our material, whatever material stock, everything we would have never allowed the issues to stop. It's a kind of factory. The factory cannot stop because it will eat up your all profits what you intend to.
Definitely.
And then this pandemic and then suddenly curfew, all of that came. We kept on struggling to ensure that labor don't leave. But somehow labor started leaving. In fact, in one of the places I remember, we had gone to the collector. We are constructing one Narmada bridge near Bharuch.
Okay.
At that time, we had gone to collector and telling him, sir, no, we are taking good care of the people. You can come and visit and all that, and don't. You can announce that we will not allow move them out, so that the laborers will believe. Otherwise, with the fear, they are moving out.
Okay.
He in fact told also, yes, you are you are taking care of your people very nicely, and that he told also, I will not allow anybody to leave from this place, kind of thing, because it was an important bridge construction. I'm talking just giving him an example of our site.
Yeah.
So similar different type of different array of activities we are being performed by everyday site. We are given them, guided them. But then something went again, different fear came, and they started sending special trains to their villages. The government started, and that was a turning point, and people started leaving because now government itself is trying to say that go out to your own place, and so labor started leaving, and all this happened, and different places people the labor started. So now what to do? So we have somehow convinced some labor. In this process now, whatever we are talking about, big things about your turnover and top line and all that, that comes zero flat. So now we are no. So there is a problem. So now this problem has come, and it has come in a magnitude which you never thought about it. So what to do now? So we sat together and decided, okay, let's decide some action. We'll keep on doing minimum work, which will at least take care of that liveliness will still be there. We'll still keep on doing some minimum amount of work and try to consolidate some process, some activities in such a way that it will generate, if not loss, if not big profit, at least it will not be a loss. So we started doing such activities. Of course, government came with the method that okay, they are ready to pay in immediate, and all kind of government came to so that help the entrepreneurs. So to do that, we had to do some work. So I can tell you that we started doing only those activities which were not financially viable, which will give better profit. Only those activities. In a project, something, some are done, some things are done at a later stage or in between stage or in a parallel. But now we only did that. So what we did, where our cash flow was very positive, only those activities we did in that period. So we concentrated upon that. And since that was a lull period, so even we started getting material at a very less rate and all those. And that gave us good profit. Now, let me tell you, again, not with the, it's not a good price, but I can tell you that whatever turnover we would have done, a regular curve is like this. So we would have done the similar turnover, we would have got only that much profit, what we could do by not having that turnover top line. But our bottom line was same, in fact more.
Gotcha.
That's how we achieved.
Okay.
Because of this kind of concentrating on each project for such activity where it is a cash flow positive, and government is ready to pay you anything to anything in minimum of time.
Okay.
When I used to give bill today, to next day payment was being made.
Gotcha. Great.
That was, but then if I am making a loss in my activity and I am not doing good work, I cannot bill also. But we thought about doing this, and we could come out of this project, this kind of pandemic as a winner, because it did not hit our company at all.
That's great.
Negatively.
That's great.
And I can tell you, not a single employee was sent home or he has put. Yeah, some salary restructuring for particular period was, and again that was paid after reimbursement, full reimbursement given. So maybe we are paying 75% of the salary, and then that 25% we kept with, and then as soon as the pandemic was over, we paid that also. So everything was restored, and we could do much better. I can tell you, which was very better. And can you imagine, at our site, no COVID was there.
That's great.
Most of the construction, a lot of COVID. Hardly one or two sites where some 5-10 people were there. Because we took care in advance.
Gotcha. Great.
And another thing which comes to my mind is I was saying, gosh, open area. So कोरोना का उधर उधर नहीं घूमता है, वो एकदम क्लोज एटमॉस्फेयर में घूमता है.
बरोबर.
So that might have helped.
अच्छा. सर, आता तुम्ही सांगितलं की वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी आपले प्रोजेक्ट्स चालू असतात, वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे आपल्याला वेंडर्स लागतात, तर हे वेंडर्स कसे मिळतात तुम्हाला मग?
आता माझे मी तुला म्हटलं ना की माझे डिफरंट 26 स्टेट्समध्ये काम चालू आहे.
बरोबर.
डिफरंट स्टेट्समध्ये त्याची ती प्रत्येक इन इंडिया देर इज सो विविडिटी आणि निरनिराळ्या प्रकारचे स्टेट्स निरनिराळ्या प्रकारचे त्या स्टेटमध्ये सुद्धा वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे असतात. बट आय कॅन टेल यू इट म्हणजे इफ यू आस्क मी की आय डोंट फिअर टू गो एनिवेअर इन इंडिया because there is a definite some undercurrent is following in all over India because of we keep on meeting so many people by virtue of different our one-to-one contact, by virtue of relation, by virtue of your organization relation, by virtue of your when you are working like I am working for today for I'm with not working I'm working for my company but I am also attached to a forum like BBNG. Where I'm associate director last almost 8-10 years.
Yes.
And I come to across so many people, like in same way of an organization, Ashoka Buildcon framework. So all these different forums have got different centers, and so many people attached to that center on to this main organization. So naturally, wherever you go, some connect gets developed. I can cite many examples, but then we get the connect, and then that where we get connect. Then people feel that this is not an outsider because first problem is not fear from me going there. The people generally working, the people over there, they feel that this outsider should not, the vendor, this outsider may not be pay us well, he might do for us, and that kind of situation might come. But then, so that confidence generation can be sorted out through this kind of networking. This is a basic, better solution which has worked out nowadays because we are well connected. And such kind of forums we can just minutes we can get connected to anybody, and that comfort, that confidence is generated at both the ends because that vendor will supply the material and the waste payment also will be ensured. So some kind of this kind of forum do make help. So networking is the key, and it is really driving us. I was telling you one example I was telling which I try to give at many places. In one of our project I was facing problem of getting some material. Let me tell you, some aggregates, and some of the local people were not ready to. So my one of the such contact, I just mentioned in during one of the meeting that I am not able to get this and my project is suffering. So I happened to tell her, sir, I know somebody in Shimoga. I can try and help you. I will ask BBNG Bangalore to connect you to that person. Fine, good. Initially I had I couldn't do what he can do. That was my. But let's try. Let's give it a try. So they connected him to me. And Sheshadri, I forgot his name. He was a vendor there. He said, "Sir, you are there. You are from BBNG." I was not knowing that.
Okay.
I immediately tell my once there is some connection, they will supply you the aggregates.
Achha, great.
And then they told her he is our local person, local fill in the, and I assure him that the money will come.
Okay.
Start supply, you can give that. Until today, supply is on.
So that's the power of networking. There.
Yes, and it happens in many places. Not only this outsource, some we getting material from different sources also.
Achha.
When I tell I'm from this forum and all this, they also understand with that pride. Oh,
great.
They are people. So it has some undercurrent is flowing. They always say yes. That helps us. So networking is the key, and that one should really try to develop that.
So that was the conversation with Sanjay Londhe sir, Director CEO of Projects Ashoka Buildcon. सरांनी आज एवढ्या आपल्याला व्हॅल्यूज दिलेल्या आहेत की ज्याच्याने आपल्याला आपला बिझनेस करता येईल. प्रत्येकाने हा इंटरव्ह्यू नक्की, आणि नुसतं तुम्हीच नाही तर तुमच्या आजूबाजूचे जे कोण बिझनेस करतायत त्यांनी पण हा नक्की बघावा आणि त्याच्यातनं इनपुट्स घ्यावे. Once again, on behalf of Deepstambh team, thank you very much, sir, for this interview.
Thank you from my side also. I hope I might have told and it might be of some use to anybody. I would be more delighted.
Yes, definitely, indeed.
As such, thank you for whole your team or organization who think that there is some thing in me which people can be it will be of help to your BBNG team anyway. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great.